We're on a big road trip out west all the way from Georgia. So far, we've learned 10 important things in Yellowstone, hiked with a moose in the Tetons, conquered the impossible in Glacier National Park, and found our home away from home in Red Lodge, Montana. Now it's time for South Dakota. We've got 3 days to explore, and today we're taking on what we call the Spearfish Loop, with the camper attached. Yep, wish us luck.
All right, so we're on the border of Wyoming, and we are headed into our South Dakota adventure.
So the next few videos will be focused on South Dakota, and we are going to start at Devil's Tower. So once again, we have got our favorite app, which has a tour, the Guide Along app, which is fantastic. And just FYI, we are not affiliated with them in any way, shape, or form. It's just a really good app that has a lot of information and does a great job letting you do your self-guided tour. So we've got the Guide Along app, and we also, so you can see, we've done the Beartooth Highway, Glacier, Yellowstone, Grand Teton, and now we have the Black Hills, Mount Rushmore, and the Badlands, which are our next few adventures. So we are going to be starting again today at Devil's Tower, and we are going to get our Guide Along app started so we can start our day, and we will share some of those great spots along the way. On our way to our first stop, we had a bit of a scare. Okay, there's a fire in the area, which we did see on our way up here. Be prepared to evacuate.
Shut up.
That's a little bit worrisome.
We asked ChatGPT to see if there was a fire near Devil's Tower, Wyoming, and it said there was one earlier today that was contained to 16 acres. But a cop just went flying by us. I don't think this is it, because this has got some pretty black smoke coming up. I don't know if this is a house fire, barn fire, and it looks like it's behind a little knoll. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it when we get up there or not.
Oh gosh, that looks so bad.
All throughout this area, everything is super dry. So every billboard like that the DOT has and everything says, you know, be careful of fires. Even like your chains on your trailer, they say watch for dragging chains start fires. So it's pretty serious out here. So we're actually in Wyoming, heading to Devil's Tower right now, which we're going to be heading into South Dakota. So I think we'll be far enough away from it that we won't have to evacuate, but just in case, you know, we're obviously going to be paying attention now more than what we would.
Our first stop was Devil's Tower, and honestly, this might be one of the weirdest places we've ever been. It just rises straight up out of the ground like a giant tree stump in the middle of nowhere. Geologists have their explanations, but we're pretty sure aliens had something to do with it. While the tower itself was epic, the real stars of the show were the prairie dogs. Entire little towns of them popping up out of holes, squeaking, chattering, and basically acting like they own the place. We could have watched them all day. Adorable chaos at its finest.
So this is Prairie Dog City, and you can see there are just prairie dogs everywhere. Apparently there's like 600 prairie dogs here.
So if you see the little mugs just standing up all over, about every 20-30 feet there's a little head, a little buddy sticking up. Look at all of them right over there. They're just chirping little doggies.
And as a memento of our time here at Devil's Rock, we have one of our metal signs that we look for the garage. We're now heading into Spearfish Canyon, which is 13 miles long. This scenic byway is stunning. Towering limestone cliffs, falls, creeks, and colors that make you feel like you drove straight into a painting. The only catch? Parking. Let's just say a Jeep plus a camper does not equal easy to pull off for photo stops. So we admired a lot of it from the driver's seat. But hey, sometimes a drive-through view is still worth it. after that, we rolled into the town of Lead. So they have a museum here at the visitor center, and it's free.
All right, so apparently there's a scientist by the name of Sanford that did underground neutrino experiments, because neutrinos were hypothetical at one point, and he did it underground. This is kind of the entrance to the area that he did it. And this whole museum's kind of dedicated to that, so.
Now we are leaving the town, the mining town of Lead, and we are headed to Deadwood. Famous for its Wild West history, saloons, and shootouts. Seriously, it feels like the town is equal parts history museum and Old West theme park. You half expect to see Wild Bill Hickok and Calamity Jane strolling down Main Street. But even a good old-fashioned shootout won't score you parking for your RV, so Kevin just took the RV to the town. And that wrapped up one day of South Dakota. Honestly, it wasn't quite as exciting as we had hoped, mainly thanks to the camper plus no parking equals missed photo ops equation, but we did see some gorgeous scenery and learned something surprising. South Dakota is way more lush and forested than we expected. Turns out that's only about 4% of the state, but hey, we found it. Now we're heading into the Black Hills, so keep an eye out for our next video. We've got more South Dakota adventures coming your way. And as always, get out there, have an adventure, and be free. See you in the next adventure.